Yo, 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 what up,
Hey,
though?
we back.
Y'all know what time it is. Another dope episode of Late Night with Nate. I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
I'm Adrian Bradyberg.
What up, No Sleep Crew? How y'all doing out there? Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms.
Hell yeah. Had to bring it back.
Man, had to. It's Black History Month. Happy
It's
Black
Black
History Month,
History
Boogie.
Month. Happy Black History Month to you, Nate. We back. Let's
Happy
go.
Black History Month to all the blacks out here, man. What's going on, Boogie?
Man, what isn't going on? I feel like
Man,
it's a little bit of everything happening all at once. And we're just on the first week. We're just finishing up the first week of Black History Month.
10 days in.
Wow. 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 I just want to sit in that real quick. But yeah, life's great. Um, did a couple things while we were out and about. Definitely looking for another Jizabi.
Man, job struggles out here. I feel like you
Yeah.
ain't gonna have a hard time finding other though. There's a lot of places that are hiring.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of bullshit. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. It's a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of it's a lot of places that are hiring, but I told you this earlier while before we recorded. This is the era of the Great Resignation. People are not taking it anymore. People are literally quitting left and right, and recording themselves quit on
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah. That's the so whenever you quit your next job, are you gonna record yourself? I feel like it's a must there. Are you gonna what's the storm out requirements for you now?
The
When
storm
you
out. You know, I still am that. I'm still that person that just can't remove myself from being that corporate gal. Like I feel like I still have to give them the 2 weeks, but I'm gonna do it a little saucy.
man, F that
I'm
two
gonna do a
weeks.
little saucy. Word?
Yeah, I'm straight up like you know what, you pissed me off, so I'm quitting now. I don't give a damn about your 2 weeks.
Oh, you
Like
doing okay? I
at
got you.
all. Most of the time, like I've always had like another job lined up, so I really
Yeah,
couldn't give 2 weeks. And it was just like,
yeah.
well, you pissed me off, so I'm just going
Oh, so you
to,
just finding any old reason? Oh
yeah,
God, you know what?
I do.
I'm out of here.
I do. I am that. I don't need this. Okay, two income household. I don't need this shit.
Oh
you
God.
know, I'm one of those people. I've always been like the one in my mind. Like I wanted to be that guy to just like, ugh, throwing computers off. And then I was like, y'all gonna take that out of my check. So I
Yep.
was like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to uh side eye the hell out of you as I'm walking out. And I might, I might cuss you out. One cuss word, just so you know I'm the real one as I
Mm,
got walked out of there. And that's about
mm.
it.
Burnouts are real. I just want to remind people like focus on your health. Make sure your health is a
Take
priority.
care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. So that's literally what I've been doing. What's been up with you? Self care up? You been
Oh man, self-care. Right now my nose will not stop running. It is really irritating me. Like
is it
before
is it
we
moist in there? You is it
ah,
what?
I don't know what's going on. Like I got blew my nose and now it's just like, oh, you blew it too hard and it will not stop running. So that's
Right, well,
that's
step
what's
away and blow your nose. Get it
I'm
out
gonna
of
thug
the
it
way.
out. I'm gonna thug it out. I'll be all right. But
Ain't
what's
no,
going on? Moved into a new spot. So you're
yeah.
just trying to get everything together. Like I told you before I was recording, I'm still getting used to like, what is that? Oh my god, the sound
Yeah.
like of just a place just settling. Like, so it's just trying to get used to that. I had to report my neighbors, man. I don't even like to
Whoa.
be that
What?
dude that likes to um report people, especially when everybody's just now moving in. But
Yeah.
they have two dogs that have been howling nonstop. It was like 3 days in a row, and I was like,
Oh,
okay, first day, I get it. You just moved in, dogs
yeah.
got to be cool, whatever. Got to get acclimated. But it was not. It was like 7:30 in the morning. Not even like we're gonna let you sleep in. Set from 7:30, I kid you not, till about 6 o'clock in the evening. these dogs were howling and barking 3 days straight. And then they got out one day, and I was like, oh shit, these dogs are out running amok in the neighborhood. I could see them on my little like my Ring camera or whatever. And I was like, these dogs are running down the street. So of course, you know, white people in the area, they see dogs running. They're like, "Oh, we must find the home of these dogs."
Yeah.
So these dogs conveniently ran back to what they think is their home, which is my
Oh
front door. So
no.
they are like scratching on the door, and I'm looking through the camera, and people are like, "Are these your?" I'm like, "These are not our dogs. I don't know whose dogs these are.
Oh
I don't know
God.
where they came from, but they're
They
not
out
ours."
here, they out here on a mission.
They're trying to return these dogs. And this is one thing where I was like, "White people, y'all are just too caring, too goddamn caring." So
No,
the
no, no.
one
Too
lady,
caring to dogs.
to pets, exactly, to carrying the pets to animals. She goes to try to pick up one of these dogs. This dog snaps at her. She's like, "Oh no, maybe we shouldn't pick him up." And I was like, "You think? Who
Yeah.
just picks up random ass dogs?"
What an ambitious woman she
Uh,
was. Wow. That
so
is,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what I've been
Oh
dealing with,
God.
and it's just like, shut up. Like I don't have issues with dogs. I like dogs. Just don't have
Yeah.
them howling all goddamn day. You know. So that's what I've been dealing with.
Wow. You, man, I feel bad for your doors. Your doors okay?
Man, you know what I found I'm accustomed to doing now? Just for no goddamn reason, I will look at my Nest camera. I'll be looking at the front porch camera like
Yeah.
nobody's even out here. And I'm like, let's just look on the camera. I'll be seeing leaves go by, trucks, and I'm
Oh
like,
damn.
I want to catch some shit. I want to see like an animal doing something dumb or somebody falling and busting their ass. Not on my property, but on someone else's. But I want to see the funny shit.
I'm
You know,
always
I wanna
confused.
see
I'm
it.
always curious. Is the footage like in a cloud where you can check every
So
so
they
often?
have, you get like 3 hours of footage that you can have access to, and then if you pay the
Uh,
introductory fee,
that's how they get you.
yeah, then they can give you access to it 24 hours. So it's like, I don't need that. I don't even know what it costs, but I was like, I don't need an additional
Yeah,
7 to 12.99 coming out of my bank account because I already have like 18 streaming services.
yeah.
So there's no point in adding another $7.
Ugh. Well, good. Have
That's
fun
what's
with
been
that one.
going on.
Yeah,
That is what has been going on. I'm keeping the neighborhood safe by
that
checking my
you are.
Ring camera every 30 minutes.
Respect to you.
But you know what's funny? I found out I was on Twitter. Apparently, there are other people that also just randomly checking their Ring videos, and it's like, oh, it's a thing. It is a thing of people who just be on here, just like, I wonder what's going on outside on my porch.
Hmm.
You know. I also want one of those moments. I don't know if you ever seen that video of K Michelle where the little girl came to her porch and she was, I don't know what she was peddling, but get the fuck off my porch, bitch. I want
Oh
to have one of
God.
those moments. I want to have one of those moments where it's just like some annoying ass person trying to sell some shit. And you got 5 seconds to get your ass up off this porch. I ain't gonna do nothing to you, but I just want to see you run off. I just want to see you leave, you know.
You one of them disgruntled ass neighbors that just want to be upset just to be upset.
I'm not gonna be the don't walk on my grass guy. I've never been that guy. I just, you know, I don't know. I just don't like people playing on my door. Like, get out of here, leave. Maybe I am the
Fair.
cranky dude. Maybe I am. I'm 34 going on 60. It's like,
All right, Gramps.
oh man, let's keep this thing on rolling. Yo, it is time for you know what time it is, y'all. Tipping the hat.
I'm tipping my hat.
Pull the beanie up there. Who you got, Bugs?
I have Trinity Rodman, Dennis Rodman's daughter, just recently signed on with the National Women's Soccer League. She's making history as becoming the highest paid player in the NWSLH. That is a
Oh, wow.
mouthful
Yeah,
to
yeah, I was
say.
about to say
Yeah, it's a
that.
whole mouthful. And she's only 19 years old. So I would like to say tip my hat off to her. So
And she's
she's
a
killing
beast,
it and she's
man.
doing it. Yeah.
She is a goddamn beast.
She is a beast. Who do you got for your tip of your hat?
My tip of the hat, I am going to give mine to every black person out here
Huh?
who is out here doing great things in Black History Month. There's been a
Oh,
lot of nigging going on this
yeah.
Black History Month. And I'm shouting out to everybody who's just out here, just not involved in any of the niggatry.
Wow,
Like,
that is very commendable. Yeah.
just like shout out to all y'all who just out here just scratching your head like me, like wondering what the hell is going on this Black History Month. So kudos to y'all who are just keeping it together.
Kudos to you in your Black Future Month. Okay, people are just being heroes right now by staying the fuck out of trouble. Okay,
Man, like we really underestimate how important that is. Like,
wow, wow.
it's just like wow. Every day I'm just like, can we just have one Black History Month where we don't show our asses? And no, apparently not. Apparently, so for all those who out here who aren't showing their ass, my tip of my hat goes to y'all.
Yeah, I love that. That's a good one. Which I do feel like there will be people like, but what about everybody else? Okay, this is not.
Ain't that segment of the show yet?
Yeah, like relax, okay?
Oh, you mean everybody else? You mean like non-black people?
Yeah, when they were like, well, there are other reasons why black people are getting into trouble because of, yeah, we know that.
Yeah, but you can get that on another show. That ain't on this show. Get out of here with that.
Not over here, buddy.
I mean, to those people, and we still have these conversations with people who are like, we don't have
Black
Black
on
History
black.
Month. And it's like, bro, you got like 11 other months out here. Okay, maybe what is it? 10, because you got what is it? I think it's Mexican Heritage Month, so you can't count that one. So it's whittling down white people.
There's indigenous.
Indigenous. So what's that? 9 months that they have now. It's like, come on, man. It's like the whole argument of well, our history. I'm like, yo, Black History Month. We have to tell you this every year. It's not to demean you or make you think that black people are superior. That's not what it is. It is literally the simple fact that you didn't teach our history when we were in school. So black
McDonald's
people
is right. The fact that McDonald's is trying to teach us right now with Black 365 really tells you that we didn't really have a good foundation in America. Niggas
not at all.
Was really giving us the 4 basic history, Dr. King, Rosa Parks bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Malcolm X. It was literally like 4 people.
And Harriet Tubman. It was like, agreed? Okay. All right, let's go. We out here. That's what we
forget
teach
everybody else out here that has had great inventions and things. Those are the 4. You know. Yep. So it's like, miss me with the BS, y'all.
Agreed.
Y'all be all right.
They'll be fine. Agreed.
On that note, let's get to this. Let's get to this first ad. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They'll give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code Late Night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. First topic of the day. Joe Biden's administration reportedly finalizes a $30 million program to give out crack pipes to drug addicts. Like we said, 10 days into Black History Month, and we're not getting stimmies. We're not getting the anti-lynching bill. We're getting crack pipes.
I mean, okay. This is there must be more to it.
There's
I
always
do
more
not,
to it.
yeah, there's always more to it. I don't believe this whatsoever. And we also have to remember these media outlets, and I've said this before, are out here trying to destroy. They really want us to really be divided. Um, and doing things like this, having crazy headlines like this, it's just egging on people fighting each other. So
Yeah, the Republicans had a field day with this one. Crack pipes.
really,
This is
yeah,
what your president thinks of you. He wants to give you a crack. I gotta say, it definitely was funny when people were running with this because it was like, what about student loans? And I was like, huh.
yeah,
It was like, all right, Joe, let's really find out what's going on here. I did happen to do a little bit of research. The Department of Health and Human Services did launch a $30 million grant
mhm,
with other organizations to make drugs safer, including like handing out like testing kits.
mm,
So within that, it was like, okay, you can drop your drugs off and get them tested to make sure there's no fentanyl or anything like that. And it was basically a way of trying to make the drugs cleaner.
yeah,
And like when I first heard about it, I was like, why not just put them in rehab? Why are you giving
yeah.
them crack pipes? But the thought process behind it, though, when you think about it, it's not a bad idea. Well,
It's
hear me
not.
out when you think about it,
Yeah, it's not.
because it's like if you're thinking about, okay, you're trying to stop the spread of diseases and infections, whatever. Folks are using the same needles. They're using the same crack pipes. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not advocating for obviously doing crack or those types of
Bad
things,
drug.
but if you are going to engage and dabble in those things, at least use clean utensils. I mean, that's
Yeah, there are other countries that I remember reading about where they have, suicide pods. They have
Mhm.
areas, designated areas where you can take drugs. Um, so, America, we're trying to get with the times. Even though we call ourselves a first world country, it kind of feels real worldish to me sometimes.
a lot
Uh,
of this stuff.
yeah, with a lot of it. I get it, I understand, but also you should be asking these questions while you're testing the drug. So where'd you get it from? Where'd you get it from? What's the drug dealer that you got it from?
What's their name? I know in Canada they had, I think it opened up in 2003 to have like North America's only drop off or test site to where you can actually get your drugs tested. They actually have little safe spaces where you can dabble and they watch under supervision of trained professionals, so I mean, and they've had, since they opened up this, they've had no fatalities. No one has overdosed in Canada, so
Look,
maybe
we're
they're
safely doing
doing
drugs. Look at
maybe
us.
they're doing something right.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're worried about people not getting fentanyl or whatever, those deaths, then I think maybe you should have little testing sites to where it's like, hey man,
test
and
your drugs here. Yeah.
I'm not saying let people come pull up with vans full of bricks of shit. I'm not saying that.
Hey yo,
But
make sure the shit's good, yo.
I
Right.
mean, if we're letting people dabble or whatever, just make it all legal within certain amounts.
Yeah.
Okay. You can have coke on you within, I don't know
Yeah.
coke terms, but whatever the legal
Yeah.
limit is.
Yeah.
I know with weed, some states it's like you can have 2.5 ounces of weed on you and not get arrested. So make it the same thing. I guess 2.5 ounces of coke is probably a lot, but whatever it
It
is,
feels like it's a lot. That feels like
yeah,
that's a lot.
I watch Snowball enough to be able to eyeball, like, yeah, it's about 2.5 ounces of coke here. Let people test it, do what they're gonna do, because people are gonna get high
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
The war on drugs is kicking America's ass right now. Like, I feel like we have lost the war on drugs like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, people are gonna do what they want to do.
Drugs are here
So
to stay, guys. Sorry.
I do think the $30 million though with the safe test kits again, maybe throwing in some rehab, some therapy to help
Yeah.
get people off
Agreed.
of the drugs. And Joe, take some of that, take at least like 15, 20,
Off the
and
top.
sprinkle onto the students. Sprinkle some of that little crack dust on the students so we can get
I
rid of
thought
this
you were
loan.
gonna say, Joe, take a little drugs for yourself. You looking a little sleepy. You know what I'm saying? You looking a little off.
That might be why Joe be falling asleep. He be dabbing in the powder.
He's testing it himself personally. That's what he's doing.
I just want to know, like, when the headlines got back, Joe, these niggas is on Twitter thinking you giving out crack pipes.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to know, like, if I could be a fly on that wall, like, what was going through their minds? Like, how many face palms was it? Like, that's not what we said. Nowhere in that did we say crack.
Nowhere
I saw some
close.
stories where they were talking about meth pipes too, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, the whites are gonna love.
Yeah.
Also, are people still doing crack like that? I feel like we don't really hear about crack
Just
like
because
that
you
as much.
hear something, my brother, doesn't mean that it's not there. Okay.
I was like, we still doing that? Like, yeah, that's just like. Also, like, if they were passing out crack pipes, do you think they would have like Biden administration brought to you by the Biden administration?
Yo, with their little tag and notification of them.
The little
Oh,
logo. This
God.
has been prepared.
Trademark. This has been
American-made
brought
glass.
to you by the Biden administration.
Like, I just be wondering, like, on the stimmies when it was like brought to you by Donald
Yeah.
Trump, like, like these pipes is American made.
Oh,
You know.
God.
It's
yeah.
just
There
ahead.
is no, I was just gonna say, there is no right or wrong answer for this, but I think we could do a little bit better on the headlines for sure. Because I know that was oh my God, they had a good old time.
Man,
with
this was the one thing that made both Republicans and Democrats kind of side-eye the same goddamn what? Crack pipes.
That's what we're on? No. Right.
I see it was like some black dudes running for Republican. They were just in Black History Month. This is what Joe Biden thinking. I was like, now y'all niggas want to be black. Now y'all want to be black. I was like, y'all don't ever want to side on any type of black issues, but the side of a crack pipe potentially being distributed, y'all want to lose y'all shit. Although I would have laughed if it was just meth pipes. If they were just like, yeah, only meth. I was like, oh, this ain't for us niggas. But then when they said crack, I was just like, damn.
They just had to say crack, huh? They just had to say crack.
It was crackheads everywhere. Like, I sure wish I would have voted for Joe. Like,
so wait a second. So you're not supplying the crack? You're testing the crack? Like, come on, yo.
I came here to think we was gonna get crack. You didn't tell me I had to bring my own. Like,
the deception. I have been deceived. Right.
I'm gonna tell all the other, don't go here. Like, it's a crack testing facility. You don't give out crack.
Oh God.
Just like, man.
Yeah. Oh God. So
I
feel like the administration is just trying to. They're trying anything. They literally are tossing ideas. Well, let's see it works. Throw it out to America. Let's go. Let's throw it out.
I think at this point they realize that their days are numbered because they're not getting a second term. So it's just like, we got to do any and everything. And it's just like, well, I mean, if you're gonna go out with a bang, smoke some crack.
Yeah, I remember a reporter asked Biden if he's willing, if he's running for a second term, and people were like, "Haha, let me not listen to this." Come on, yo, like, is this a real question?
You know what? That playoffs,
Right.
second term, what? Like,
he is what we said he thought he was.
You want to crown them? Then crown their asses.
Right.
Second term, Joe. So, ma'am, what? How dare you ask that dumbass question? Like,
we
you know
take
what it is.
a rock, okay?
Man, not the rock, but a rock.
A rock. No, because let's make that clear, because there was some talk of him trying to run too. Come on now.
God, I don't want any more famous people running
At
for
all.
politics. Like, unless you have a proven record, I don't care what side you want. You've got to have a proven record.
We need some experience in this motherfucker. Can I get some experience?
3 to 5 years.
Yeah, we need 3 to 5 years, and the max age is 60.
Like,
No, you can't be. Yeah.
Oh, you mean as far as how old they can be?
Yeah, the max.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
we got to
cutoff.
cut off at 60.
60.
Yeah, because these old ass dudes, Mitch McConnell,
they are holding on to office.
Like,
do you hear me?
God damn.
To dear life, they will die in office. And
I have never seen a group of people that have not wanted to retire. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
What more
How much
do
more
you
money?
need?
Exactly. It's like, dude, just ride on off into the sunset. You know what it is? They're afraid of dying. As soon as they retire, they're going to drop dead. That's what it is. It's like those old people that are like, if I don't show up at my job at Walmart, I might die. So I have to literally keep showing up every day.
I need a reason to live. That's
and Mitch McConnell's reason to live is fucking us all over. Like, it is just
as the world fucks up his purple hands.
Oh man, that hand is dead. Like that hand is I think that hand died like 10 years ago. Like if there's ever you never see him, the one time that he does put that hand out, everybody gets his ass. Like he is the epitome of hand pocket all the time. Like you will always see that hand in the pocket. Like why don't he ever show his other hand? And
as long as he knows that. Good for him. Okay. Nobody want to see that dead raw fish. Okay.
Oh my God. I couldn't imagine going to like a barbecue at his place. Like, you gonna put a glove on? Like, you can't be chopping up.
I get a mitten on this motherfucker or something. Can you put something?
Like, God damn, like this man, he takes hot shit out the oven without an oven mitt. Like, it's just like
it's trash.
Yeah, it's horrible there. But yeah. On that note, let's hit this ad and we'll be right back.
It's silly. Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Go on over to their IG. It's Rose Vogue Styling at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy. Everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
If you've been living under a rock, Joe Rogan, he's not only spreading false information, COVID, but not a good hard ER behind that. Spotify released basically in so many words saying that they're supporting him. Like we don't control what Joe Rogan does.
Right.
This podcast on our network, but we have decided to where said racial slurs have been.
Joe Rogan, I understand what Spotify is saying. They're definitely condemning his actions because, first of all, we had to talk about this. But I also understand what Spotify is saying. Like, yeah, he's also a separate entity. We hire W-9s, independent contractors, musicians, artists to get on our platform as a vessel Um, I just, I'm a little indifferent on Joe because I used to watch some of his stuff, and then some of his stuff I was just like, you know what? I don't think this is for me. Uh,
Right?
so now seeing all the videos, the compilation of him saying the N word 1,000 times,
Yeah.
uh, really doesn't surprise me. Tell you the truth.
I'm not surprised by it either. I'm also not buying the whole it's a political hit job. I'm not buying
Oh
that
yeah,
because you know it's wrong. Like
yeah.
I don't think anyone out here on the face of this planet that does not know that it is wrong to say the N-word
Yeah,
outside of being a black person. If you're
yeah.
black, we can have this debate up and down all day long whether black people should say it or not. But that's only a conversation that can be had amongst black people. White
Mhm.
people cannot tell us what we can or cannot do with the word, nor can they say it. And this goes for anyone else who is not black. So the whole, ooh, they're coming after me. You brought this on yourself.
Yeah.
I always like to tell white people, how come we can't say it? You can say whatever you want to say, but there's literally consequences, from the actions of you saying the word. It's
That's
also, it
it.
goes back to like, why do you want to say it? Like, what is it about the word that makes you want to say it? And I've pretty much put it together to us like this point. It's like that's the one thing that white people cannot get away with. The one
Mhm.
thing they can run
Mhm.
amok, they can do everything and not be held accountable for everything else that they do out here. But that is the
Mhm.
one thing that they cannot do, and it pisses them off.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what is wrong with y'all, man? And it's just like, you're goofy. The apology that it wasn't even an apology. It was there was like no type of accountability at all in the
I mean,
apology that he
he
gave.
kind of. I mean, he acknowledged the fact that he saw the compilation of videos that made him sick. I'm like, yeah, nigga,
He's like, I'm
you
only sick.
said it.
That's the funny
Yeah.
thing. You're only sick because you got caught. That's the thing about it. And then and every white person is, I'm not a racist. Well, then don't say racist shit. Because when you say racist shit, it makes me think you're a racist. There's
Yep.
no way around that. And just once, I want them to actually own it and stand in the shit. Like
Mhm.
you was standing in it when you was saying it 100 times. If you didn't, they
Mhm.
wouldn't be taking out 100 episodes if they didn't think it was something that was that much of a big deal. So
Yeah.
obviously it's a big deal, bro.
He wasn't
Stand in it.
he wasn't checked by his friends. They thought it was edgy. He thought it was cool. And he continued with it thinking that he wasn't going to get caught or
Do you
any
expect white
consequences.
people to
So,
check other white people?
nope.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I don't. That was the other thing about it too. Is as much, and I get it, it's his podcast, so he's going to take majority of the blame. But those other honkies that were in there need to be taking some of the blame as well. It wasn't just Joe
Mhm.
Rogan. There's a lot of other
Mhm.
people out here that feel the same way he does. Like even for you to sit up here and say, okay, I slipped up and said the N word 100 times. I'm not racist. But you also said it was like going to see the Planet of the Apes. We were dropped
Yeah.
off in the Planet of the Apes in a
Yeah.
black neighborhood, bro. If you can't see that that's not cool, there's an issue.
I just want, like, why do we have to keep going through this left and right?
Man,
It just sounds like we're on a merry-go-round. We're on a
it
circus
is.
where it's literally the same thing. Pick a person, look, pull out their history. Yeah, they've said the N word, and now because they have like immense notoriety, people are just like, but what?
And you know what's also crazy is the amount of white people who, which I get, they're always going to take each other's side, but it was just like, you don't have to apologize. How are you, the people who are not the ones being victimized, telling
uh,
someone who does the victimization that they don't have to
they
apologize?
don't have to
Yeah, I
apologize.
don't, I never quite understand that. It was like, oh, you don't owe the people that you offended an apology. It doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
That makes literally no sense at all. Like, oh, fuck them. Like, I just it blows my. Also, you would think that they would have learned by now. How many white people have gone? You know what it is? The consequences are not severe enough. That's what it is. That's why this shit keeps
Yeah.
happening, because the consequences are literally not severe enough, and it has to go to one. You got to start checking people on site when this shit happens, like
Yeah.
on site. Like, I don't play when it comes out. Like, I know people that will, what about Mexicans saying, if you're not black, don't say it. I might not put my hands on you, but it'll
That's
be a
it.
conversation.
That's
Do
it.
not say it. If you're a white person and you're saying it, I'm probably putting my hands on you. There's not gonna be a whole lot of talking there. It's like you should even want to go through and say that. And we got to get back to checking people on site. Too many people are going unchecked. That's what it is.
That's true.
And to the black comics out here who are cool with people who we all know who they are. You let white comics slide and say shit because you think you're gonna get booked more or whatever. Stop doing that shit.
Ooh,
Stop doing that. Like, you are lame as fuck for allowing white comics to do that, thinking that, oh, I'm gonna get more time. You were just as goofy and just as lame as they are. No,
yeah.
check they asses.
Agreed. No, I agree. It's kind of cringeworthy too that people are just letting comics just do that and thinking that it's gonna benefit them in some way. Like, it will
Oh, you know what
never.
it is. The famous ones coming out because they
Yeah.
don't want to lose no positions with Joe.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are all, sucking Joe's dick just so you can like, you cool. He's not racist. I know him. He's not racist towards you. That's what it is. All these
Facts.
people, they're never racist to your face. It's always they're never. Of course, they're not going to be racist with you on their podcast. They're never going to be racist when you're around them. It's when they're with their white homies when they show their true colors. Why would if I'm Joe Rogan? Why? Yeah, I'm about to call Dave Chappelle down. I'm going to call all these black people niggas while I'm touring with them. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah,
You're
not
going to keep
nowhere
taking the
near.
black dollar, and behind closed doors, I'm going to call you a nigger.
Yeah.
Like,
It sucks. It really does. And I would say I hope for the better, but yeah, it's just
what
gonna
would
be.
you?
This is gonna always be this.
Unfortunately, until niggas start really cracking down on this, it's always gonna happen. What do you think? Because I don't believe there's no such thing as cancel culture. We could put that out there. You can't cancel because if you were to cancel Joe off Spotify, he's gonna go someplace else. You already know what's gonna happen. Like, his
Yeah.
fans are going to follow him. So what do you, if there was like the perfect punishment, or what do you think should happen? What should Spotify have done if Boogie was running Spotify?
I mean, you hit him where it hurts, in the pockets. Like, I think that's how it always should be. He should. There's something in the contract, in his contract, where he has to pay some money. Like, he has to give a chunk to Spotify, as well as a whole bunch of as he would say, apes, charities, and really put that money down. Like, I think that's the only thing. But because, to me, going to the NAACP, going to the Black Coalition, doing all that, having those conversations is all fluff pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna talk with. Yeah. That doesn't mean anything if you're not gonna put no actions down. You know what
I
I'm
feel like
saying?
after they say nigger, they have to go in front of the NAACP. You need to go in front of, like, now say it again. I feel like
I wish you would.
that should be the punishment. Now say it, and if you make it up out of here,
Yeah.
that's your you made it up out of here.
Let's see how long
all
you
is
last.
well.
Right.
Like, if you make it up out of here, then punishment is over. I think that's what it should be.
That's stupid.
I did see where Spotify was like, we're gonna give $100 billion to creators of color.
Yeah, but that's Spotify. That has nothing to do with Joe.
Exactly. And it was just like, even just looking at how fair that is. So you gave one white man $100 million, and then you gave $100 million to Black creators. So all of us Black creators have to share that. You see what I'm doing? Like, we all have to share this pot of resources. You gave one man the life-changing resource. Like, that does nothing for us at all. Like, it is just like, come on, man. I don't know. It also makes you think really differently in regards to like what Whoopi's going through and everything with her comments. You know, she actually apologized multiple times and she was suspended. You know, and it's just like, and I look at it this way: I was never I'm mad, but not necessarily. I'm mad, but not mad. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
because it's one of those things where it's like, it's Joe Rogan. I don't put anything past any white people. I do not put anything past them because it's just like time and time again, you have shown us this is who you are. So it's just kind of like, it's expected. I can count how many times I've actually tuned into Rogan's podcast. So I can't cancel someone who I never actually subscribed to. I think honestly, the most I've ever watched Joe Rogan was on Fear Factor, and I was like 8 years old. So I mean, he doesn't really doesn't do anything for me, but also at the same time, it's like, bro, you can't be out here doing this, and you also need to be able to see that this is not cool. You know, it's like, get out of here, bro. Like, Black History Month, what? Black History Month 2022? You must have lost your goddamn mind, Joe Rogan. Like,
it's pretty wild.
Like, it is. I mean, it's just like, who do you think, before we move on, like, who do you think does it the most? Like, is it white people that be cutting up the most, or is it Black people that be cutting up the most during Black History Month? I'm yet to figure out who shows they ass the most.
That's a good question. Just because statistically and numbers wise, there are more white people than Black people, I'm gonna just say white people.
Yeah, I feel like they do it on purpose too. I feel like it's just like, oh, here we go, 28 days of making a mockery. Let's do it.
You know? We're all in.
Let's piss these niggas off. Like, I mean, but to Joe Rogan, I think Chris Rock said it best. Cracker ass cracker. You know, and we'll just leave it at that. You know, I love a good cracker ass cracker. You know,
it warms your heart.
It really does. And because this, I forgot to mention this earlier, because I know it's gonna be white people out there that really just, well, y'all say bad stuff about us too. Let me go ahead and just get this out. There's no words that can equate to you guys saying nigger or nigga. There's no word that we can say. Honky, white bread, the little white shit in bird shit. None of that shit can ever equate to you using the N-word. None of it can. You guys know the history of what it is. Let me get off my soapbox. I just had to get that out there. Because I know it was one white person. There was, we should be able to say it too. Shut the hell up. Just shut the hell up.
And keep it moving.
Cracker ass cracker. Well, on that note, I think it's time to get to y'all niggas is tripping. You know, we just gonna go from Joe Rogan to
y'all niggas is tripping. Since I started off with mine, you can go ahead and kick off yours. Who do you have? Y'all niggas is tripping.
My y'all niggas is tripping is going to all the people online who were commenting on Cynthia Carter's attire. If you are listening, she's a basketball coach for Texas A&M University, coaches the women's team. She's recently at a game where she had on a white top and what looks like some pink leather pants and some clear heels. And for whatever reason, people were just, is this appropriate? Should basketball coaches be wearing this? And it's like, who cares? Like, are y'all here to see a basketball game, or are y'all here to talk about what the coach has on? One, this would not be a subject of conversation at all if she was not a curvy young lady. That's really what it boils down to. She is very shapely, and people are upset about that. I mean,
I love how you're You're very precise and very PC and careful with the wording. I love it. I love it.
You know, this is a family friendly
That's
show.
a married man right there. That is a married man we speaking of right
Look,
now.
you know, it's like, you know, I have eyes, I can see things, but you know,
She thick as hell, okay, guys?
yeah, there it is. There it is. She's definitely thick as hell. And I looked at the shoes. I was like, God damn, those are some very, very nice shoes. And it was one of those things where, to me, when I first saw it, my thing was like, it's a nice outfit. Are you comfortable? That was my thing. Cause I'm like, you walking up and down a basketball court, the niggas be out here yelling in wingtips.
Yeah.
So you out here yelling in stilettos. Like, are you okay?
But
and
also,
then
yeah, we need to. I just want to put it. We also need to normalize this look. Like, why every time women are always scrutinized on how we look, how we dress? Like, did they win this game?
Yeah, that's a good question too. I don't know if they won the game or not. I don't care if they won the game or not.
Yeah.
It's more so like, why do you care what she's wearing?
Agreed.
Because I looked at some of these other, like these white coaches. It's the lady from Baylor. I don't know her name, but her heel game is on point. Some of the stuff that I was like, okay, I see you out here, Catherine. It's some other coaches. And I was like, you don't ever talk about them. It's because they're just white women who don't happen to be.
And they probably not watching the game. And they probably not watching the game. They just watched the game now because they saw this curvy, shapely woman with heels and leather pants. This is not.
Had the braids down to the heels too.
Right.
I was like, okay,
right.
sis.
Listen, she got her toes done. She got a little mani patty. Her nails is popping.
She's looking good. I mean, is she comfortable? Why you care? Like, why do y'all
cares? If she's winning and she's comfortable, it'd be different if she took off her shoes and she's walking barefoot. Like,
even then, I'd be like, if that's you, sis. You want to walk on this hard, dirty floor with your feet out? You know what it is? She's thinking ahead. She's like, you know, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna whoop their ass by like 30, and then we're gonna be ready to go to the club afterwards. She's like, I don't even gotta change. That's what it was.
That's a coach right there. She's seeing the future. She's seeing the future.
Exactly. Yo, who you got for y'all niggas stripping?
Yo, it's a lot of, oh my God. This story right now, I had to look it up. I've been seeing it because, first of all, the image for the people that are listening, there are two images here. The first image is of three, I would say it looks like three faceless people, right? Three faceless people, and then there's a side by side that has little eyes, if you will. And looking at it, you're like, what's going on? What is happening? Well, on his first day of work, okay, let me just put that out too. This was his first day of work. He was bored as a security guard, working as a security guard at the museum, decided to draw eyes on a valuable art piece painting that was worth a whopping $1 million. My man,
he was fired.
He was fired immediately when they saw this. Okay, are you serious? Granted, he was 60 years old, but you got to be a lot wiser than that.
Yeah, you've been on this earth a little bit too long, my boy, to be making them kind of mistakes.
60 years old? At this point, you know he ain't got the money to pay off.
Yeah, nah, he gonna have to tap into that retirement fund. But also, like, the eyes on there, I understand he was bored, but you couldn't have drew like some better eyes, or maybe use like a mechanical pencil so they could have erased those. Like, he used like an actual pen, like a ballpoint pen.
Yeah, and it always amazes me, especially people that are on the job that do dumb shit. Like, before they actually let you and let you go to work by your damn self, they are walking through with you to tell you what's going on. So more than likely, as a security guard, you're told where are cameras and areas that you will be securing. And to not think that they don't have eyes on you, come on, my man.
You know what this was? Not only that, but like even when you go to like a museum, they got them little lines that you can't cross because
Yep.
like the alarms go off.
Yep.
So it was like, when did you do this? Was this like on the clock? Was the museum closed? Like, I'm really curious
I
here.
feel like he did like a Mission Impossible move and was like, you know, Matrixes.
And also, like, why stop at just the eyes? Why
Yeah.
not put the
Yeah.
nose, the mouth, a full on beard? Like, come on, just put some facial features on there. You already
Yeah.
gonna lose your job, so
Yeah.
you might as well go out with a bang. Like, I'm about to freak this shit. Bob Ross would be proud of me. We're gonna add a couple of mustache whiskers here, do a couple little pats over here, do a little goatee on the side, and voila. Like, that's what we would have did here. Like, if I'm going to get fired and go on unemployment, I gotta have a good ass story. I gotta have a good story.
Granted, I will say the company is paying for the restoration of fixing it, but I would have just I would hope that the artist is still alive. I would just tell the artist, "Hey, my man, can you
Bring your paints.
1-2, just give it a 1-2 over it real quick." I'm
We got a
guessing that the artist
pastel
is
number
no
7.
longer with us. Yeah.
And it's just like, did he know that it was $1 million? Now it's $1 million painting. They've got
Right.
eyes.
Ah.
Like, I really just want to know. Like, it was just like it's some other pictures in there that I could have imagined he could have did, because I'm just saying, like, if you're that bored, maybe that's
Yeah.
not the job for you, sir. Walmart might be just more his speed. He's
I
60 years old. He could be a
yeah.
greeter.
I feel bad. I feel bad for him because he chose a bored moment to ruin his life. He really did.
To ruin his retirement. You already own like the downward slope. Now you got to pay restitution for $1 million painting. Like,
They
that
could arrest
is,
you for that too.
man, like, that is just
So that was my niggas is tripping. So
yeah. Oof.
he
All
was
right.
tripping. My dude, you could have played Candy Crush. You could have did anything. Wordle.
You could have walked, just, I'm working on my body, I'm gonna get right for the summertime. This big ass museum. He was like, nah, let me just sketch some eyes on.
And some poorly drawn eyes too.
Like, I probably would have stole something before I did that. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
throw that out here. Like, I'm gonna see if I can get away with it. Like, I'm just and I wonder, like, because like you said, they got cameras everywhere. So I wonder, was like, yo, Zoom, what is Gary doing? Like, what is he doing? Like, yo, Cletus, look at this. Like, he's
Yeah.
drawing. Like, I wonder,
Yeah.
what was it like? And if they hadn't stopped him, I wonder, maybe he would have, maybe he didn't complete the face.
Maybe he would have completed the whole face.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what it was. They stopped him before he could complete the job. Because I just can't imagine him just like, I'm only gonna leave eyes. Like,
Yeah.
I just,
He felt it was incomplete. Now he's continuing on with making it an incomplete painting. Yeah, no.
it's just like, we'll see what the artist meant to do here was. And you know what? I would actually go, what would have been funny is if they didn't catch it right away and he was giving tours.
Oh,
and people were
no.
looking at this like, wait a minute, where'd these eyes come from?
Yeah.
Like, that would have been just that much funnier.
That would
And
have
as
been pretty
of
funny.
2 hours ago, eyes have just been added to this masterpiece. Like, voila. Thank you.
Stupid.
I don't know. But on that note, let's get to this final ad.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that, because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I gotta tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21 Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21 Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
And
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
I love it when
Yes.
it's I love it when it's the final topic, when it's right in between, where you're just like, nigga, is it my turn to talk? What?
I was like, maybe the video ain't been queued up yet. And then it was like, the final I was like, all right, here we go. But yes, on the final topic here, Frontier Airlines has bought Spirit Airlines for the whopping total of $3 billion. I didn't know Frontier had that much goddamn money.
Same.
Like,
Same.
wow, like it's really people flying Frontier out here. But Frontier and Frontier and Spirit have decided
I mean,
to
they pretty much
combine.
just, they feel like a sprint too. So.
Right. They have done the merger of all mergers. They have taken two bullshit airlines and decided to combine them into one mega bullshit airlines. So it's just about to be all types of shit in the sky. Have you flown?
Are you talking about the most unsafe environment experience ever? Like at this point, so I will say this. Remember when, I don't know if you remember when US Cellular and was a thing, and then there was one more
Singular?
it was one more company that, like, I can't think of it, that merged, and then they merged with T-Mobile, and T-Mobile was crappy, and now T-Mobile and Sprint, I was like, y'all want to do something together? Then they decided at this point, I just feel like all the crappy brands and networks are just trying to make a way. They get enough money where they can get some interest for somebody else, and they be like, hey, do you want to work with us? Do you want to make a deal, buddy? So
like both these bullshit brands ain't gonna last, so we need to combine.
Right.
It's like
they are really out here scheming just to stay alive, but people are gonna buy and pay. There's always a niche, I should say, with low cost flights. As much as people don't want to deal with that experience, people will risk their lives for $15 flight. Okay,
I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna do, because like I've flown on both Frontier and Spirit.
I've never flown Frontier.
Frontier is probably like one of the smallest. It was clean, everything was cool, didn't charge a lot of bag fees, all that crap, but it was tight. And I'm not a small gentleman by no shape, form, of the imagination.
Yeah.
And it was just like, my knees were literally just like, it was knees to chest. It was uncomfortable.
Damn.
And it was just like you said, I was like, okay, this is like $45 to Vegas, so we're gonna make this work. But if I had to go someplace extended, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. So I'm just wondering, like, are they gonna give more leg room? Are y'all still gonna be charged like $800 for bags? Like, I really want to know, where's the discount going to be at?
There will be no discount. The discount is they're gonna actually charge more, and it's still gonna be cheaper than them regular ass flights, and they're gonna make more money from us. Okay.
It's crazy how the bag fees for Spirit are more than a flight on Delta and American. That's the craziest thing ever. It was like you could have got the same flight and your bags, and I don't get it. It's just like, I don't even know what that scale is. It's like the same scale that they use at the grocery store, and it's like, these apples don't cost this goddamn much. Like, I know these apples do not weigh this much. That's the same scale that they use for your luggage. It's like 55 pounds, $300. You're just like, there's no way. I take one sock out, 50 pounds. It's like, what are you doing? Like, it just, I refuse.
I just feel bad for, you know what I really do? I feel bad for the flight attendants and pilots that had to go through bullshit ass program just to be a pilot or a flight attendant to be selected to go and work for Frontier or Spirit?
It's got to be soul crushing. It's got to be the most soul crushing shit. Imagine you are top in flight school or whatever they call that shit. You're like, I got my wings. You're like, yeah, I'm about to go out here to Delta. Yeah, American Airlines. Like, no, my boy. They do this to you, but Spirit.
You are a spirit in the air, and you better hope that you come down as a solid.
It's
Okay.
like, well, yeah, I know you were top of your class, but this guy right here, this pilot right here, he was top of the class. So he got your spot at Delta. Like, I wonder if that's how it is. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that's a
this
good
bullshit
question.
happens.
I am curious to know, like, after they go through the extensive training, are they the one that picks the airline, or do the airline,
Pick
you know, they have selections where they're like, we got 1,000 openings with Spirit and only 2 for United. Now you can try for United, but
You have a 1 in 1,000 chance of becoming a pilot here at United. Look to your left, look to your right. One of y'all is not going to be here after this 12-week course.
Right. Yo, how does that work? Somebody explain it to us.
It's, you know what it is, what it is. Like, some of y'all ain't gonna make it, but I'll have you know, Frontier and Spirit always take the rejects. You know, it's like
yo, that is the scariest shit alive.
oh man, it just means I'm trying to figure out which one is the upper echelon because they both suck. It's just like I wonder,
That's a
like, are
good question.
Frontier passengers a little bit more bougier than Spirit? Like, Spirit, get the fuck out of here. Like you know how people have that whole Target Walmart complex? Like, I wonder if they have that with Spirit and Frontier. Like, I wonder if it's
which I don't understand that at all. I will run to Walmart all day. I will skip and jump and speed. I will fly to Walmart in my Spirit airline ticket. Okay.
will gladly pay the extra $5 to go to Target. Like, it is something like I will go to Walmart if it is like, okay, fuck, Target is 2 miles further. Okay, Walmart's right here. I will suck it up for the small things. But if I'm in here an hour, 2 hours tops, whatever, and I gotta go to Target. I just need the atmosphere of Target.
I get it. No, you go to Walmart for the basics. You go to Target for the basic extra. You know, the basic plus. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like every time I go to Walmart, I'm always like, this is why I go to Target. Every time I'm in there, I'm like, this is why I go to Target. I don't see bellies just casually being out of their shirts in Target. I don't see that. I don't see people.
But why are you focused on that?
Why? It's there. Every aisle you walk down in Walmart, damn, someone's ass crack is out. Damn, someone's belly is out. Damn, someone is beating the fuck out their kid. Damn, someone is beating the fuck out their spouse. Like, every aisle.
You're right. Okay.
But when you go in Target, it's like, green pastures. You pick up stuff. The items sing to you. Like, buy me.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally what it is.
And then you go to the register and you like 475. Nigga, what?
Every time. I just bought toothpaste. Like, what the fuck? It rang up at this much. It never fails. And you know what's crazy is we all have the exact same story about Target. It's like, I have 5 things on my list and I'm not going to deviate from these 5 things.
Nope.
And somehow you get in there and you get your 5 things. And then it's just like, let me go down this aisle. And now you've got 20 things in the cart. They be pumping shit through the vents.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Or the worst thing is, like, when I go to Target and I forget the shit that I wanted to get, then I got to go to Walmart right after because now Walmart's on the way home.
Yeah,
it's like that's the worst shit ever.
I'm interested to see how this merger is gonna go because maybe we will have because I've only flown Southwest a handful of times, but I'll be willing to fly with Spirit or Frontier if there's perks to it. Now, if you bring in some perks for this merger, I might drop a low fare ticket, you know, just to see the experience.
I'll endure. I gotta say, my Southwest experience was not bad. The only thing I don't like about is you got to play that that bingo check in like 3 days early.
thank
I'm
you.
like, I bought the flight. Why I gotta check in like 3 days to know if I got a good seat? Like that's the
Yeah, I
only
ain't
thing I hate
doing
about
that.
Southwest.
Yeah,
Like
I don't play that. I don't even like that idea. So if I like
Frontier,
assigned seats.
exactly. Like I want to be able to move it if I need to. Not you checked in late, so you in the back of the plane. Like, come on, bro. Like that is the lamest
I
shit
was living my
ever.
life.
I
Right.
was like, who checks in 3 days early? I was like, what if I want to stay an extra day? What if I want to change this?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like to your point when you said like Frontier, they do got to do like little punch cards because you might get your ass
Agreed.
whooped flying with them. If
I
I'm
like
taking
that.
the risk of an ass whooping on this flight, I need to have a frequent punch card, like one bag free or something. Like it needs to be they got to come up with something like more leg room. I'll take that. Get rid of that stupid little thing because Frontier also has like the smallest tray to put your drinks in. They don't even serve drinks, but they have the smallest little tray. I'm like, why is this even here? Who's using this? It's like half a tray. I don't need it.
Disrespectful.
Complete disrespect. You know, but hey, kudos to them because, like I said, somebody has money and y'all keep a Frontier in business now, Spirit. So, you know,
Yep.
fly the friendly sky. I wonder if they're changing the name. Like, I wonder if it's gonna be like a
I mean, we
name
all
change.
know they all gonna be reusing the same airplanes. They just gonna slap
Yeah,
they gonna
different
slap a
decal on
sticker
there.
over it. A nice little and you still gonna see you gonna still see Frontier and Spirit on it.
It's gonna
So
be Air Frontiers.
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna call this. Like Spirit Frontier is just gonna be a mashup
It's gonna
of
be so ghetto.
it's like we landed airlines. Like that's what it is. We landed
Did you
airlines.
die? Did you die,
It's like
airlines?
you got your shit. Like you paid $45 both ways. Like
But
you
are you
lucky
here though?
that you got here.
Right.
I'd be like, are we there yet? Airlines. That's what Spirit should be. Spirit is one of those
Oh,
ones when you fly it, you don't even know when your plane is taking off. Every other airline, like, 7:45, 3:00. You don't even know. You just have to get there and be like, oh, you made it, buddy. You're loading right now.
oh God.
That's Spirit. That is Spirit. Well, Boogie.
We'll be on the watch for it. Yes, Nate.
I'm not watching for nothing because I will not be on a Frontier flight.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just looking. I'm just saying. I'm not too bougie to look.
I am. Like I said, if
okay.
it's one of those, if it's like a 30-minute to an hour flight, okay,
Yeah.
I will endure.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to fly to Mexico or any other
Good point. No, you're right.
long flights with my legs in my chest. I just can't. I'm past that point. I will pay for the convenience of being comfortable. Like
You're
that's
right.
just where we're at with.
You
with
are right.
things. But on that note, Boogie, we have come to the end. Episode 57 is in the book. Shout out to the No Sleep crew. We appreciate y'all for checking in. Like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. We back, y'all.
Yes.
We are back. So look out for routine episodes popping up weekly. Again, like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. What you got for the
Yes.
people, Boogie?
And also remember to hit that bell. Okay, that bell to get the notifications, to get all of our insights, our newses, new episodes, whatever that's dropping, new clips, whatever have you. Go ahead and smash that button, okay?
Boom, 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 boom. Hit them all. Well, on that note, I'm your boy Nate Galloway.
Adrian Brandybird.
This is a dope ass episode of Late Night with Nate